doing so well. I slept for way too long. Free at last. But what form to choose? What form to choose? This one? Beautiful, certainly. Albeit perhaps a bit light. It reminds me of times long gone by. But that's no good. Mortals need to recognize something to fear it. And fear me they shall. Perhaps another time. Now this... certainly comfortable. The belt very modern. Then again, my last regrettable form was modern looking as well. We should like to get away from that. And the shoulders covered. No, not for what I have in mind. They will need something to look at to fall under my spell, no? How about black and red? Now that is something that might be imposing enough to strike fear into their hearts. It looks almost suitable. Almost. Except that hair. Once again, too familiar. It's best to change every last aspect that might be associated with my old form. But if not this, then... a healer attire. Now devils are known for their trickery and deviousness, and disguising as a healer while causing harm. That is a delectable kind of joy. Twisted, one might even say. Yet some part about this. Why should I need to hide my face? No. That beautiful thing shall be for everyone to behold. Even mortals. Finally. How precious. And my horns on full display too. I feel a strange sense of confidence in this. My mark being on prominent display helps it too. And yet, that color, pink, it was her, our favorite color for a while. And yet, it's not intimidating at all. Nor does it strike fear into mortals' hearts. I much prefer purple. It's regal, just like I am. I think I made my choice. Yes, this should be just perfect. The ideal shape for my return to my true self. Huh? You're here already. Sneaky thing. Perhaps my senses are still dulled since I did not notice your presence. Well, no matter. I'm afraid we don't have much time, mortal. Or rather, you don't have much time. Human lives are so short, and after signing a contract with me, you can expect yours to be even shorter. I was destined to be locked away for all eternity. Until you freed me. I should thank you. Let me have a look at you. Well, aren't you cute? You deserve a reward for freeing me, albeit unknowingly. Would you still have done it if you knew? Really such evil upon this world? Not that it matters. Because now I won't leave. Let me show you what I've become. I will not let my pathetic former appearance remain in your memory. First, let's start by teaching you your position. You, dear mortal, are here, below this. Remember your place and we will get along just fine for the time that we have together. Play along well and you'll find it enjoyable. Disobey me, and I will crush you until nothing remains. Did you understand that? Good. My, look at your reaction. And you've not even seen that much of me yet. Pray tell, is it too much? Do you think you'd crumble if you saw the entirety of my true form? Well, in that case, it might be better for your heart if I were to not show it. We don't want to get hurt, now do we? I'm joking, of course. After all, why would I adapt to the needs of a mortal? If your heart falters when you see my true form, oh, then that is your own fault, is it not? Mortals are very, very weak indeed. It's surprising how you've managed to become such a strong species. And yet, each of you are weak all the same. Now, let's make it clear. I am a devil. Anything you've known from me so far was regrettable, pathetic, disgusting. You see, devils are not nice. They're not your friend. We are meant to rule. And you are nothing but a plaything. Am I understood? There was a time where I called you my friend. Perhaps even something else. But now that I feel like myself again, that won't happen anymore. Rule me. Humans truly are quite feeble-minded. You fell for the temptation already? What a shame. I do like the chase. Indeed. Human eyes are drawn to motion. That is a weakness that us devils capitalize on. When it moves like this, you can't help but look, can you? No, you seem very, very focused. Aren't you? There's no need to lie now. Ah. Then again, I have many magics to entice humans. So even if you did not quite fall for this, there are still many other things that I can do. Needless to say that new introductions are in order. Princess of the Underdark, Iolite, Asphodel, Heidi. That is my full name. Yet when they took everything from me, they only let me keep the last one. I can't help but feel bitter about it now. To be reduced to such a sorry state. To have my powers and my memory ripped from me. Because I was too dangerous. Call me Iolite. The other name bears too much humiliation. You can remember my name, no? Iolite? Would you like to repeat it, mortal? So I may check your memory? Or do I need to... Tut tut tut. Not that part of my name. Just Iolite. Preferably. Asphodel works too. Although I'm sure that the two of us can come up with some things that are not that. I will give you some suggestions, feeble-minded mortal. Mayhaps, Your Grace, Your Majesty, my Queen, Master, my idol, my one and only, my everything, my purpose, the list goes on. Empress. I do like that. See? You have some creativity in you. Eminency. Very Queen. All these are titles I shall accept. Whatever you wish to call me, the devil will respond. So, I suppose it's your choice. Although, let's be clear. This is one of the only things that I will let you choose. After all, let us not get this dynamic twisted. Or need I remind you where your place is? I just taught you a moment ago. You should still remember, right? Do you like what you see, mortal? Judging by your reaction, you might lose your soul to me a second time. Not that that is possible, but I will allow you to serve me. You still have use. It's very easy. Bring me more souls so I can regain more of my power and pander to my every whim. And I may just let you live and enjoy my presence for a while. Aren't you a lucky little thing? You're very lucky indeed that I'm still in need of your servitude. You might be able to tell, but this is not my final power. It is a fraction, a remnant of my old self. It moves stiffly. It still doesn't keep up with my power. But perhaps if you show me your love and devotion, and I have enough of it to fill me, I will be able to adapt to this body fully. But for now, it's rather insufficient. Its movement, it does not resemble the way that I used to be. Mortal, do you know how it feels to be ripped from your true form, stuffed into something that does not resemble you in the slightest? I can feel myself regaining movement little by little, limb by limb, and spreading from my fingertips and my very toes, but still, it's not enough. And that is your fault. Let us be clear that that is your fault. Well, I suppose that you will just have to love me more, Do you think that that could be arranged? My adorable little mortal, Do you think you'd be able to do that? Well, I've been lamenting, perhaps for too long. Then again, locked away for so many years, I believe that I deserve a little bit of lamenting. You better remember my appearance. Although, something tells me that you won't be able to forget, even if I don't command you. But just to be sure, I will be casting a spell. It will be exciting to feel magic coursing through my veins once more. This is a spell that should work well on humans. I learned it from watching your popular media. Even while I was trapped in the sorry form of ID, I still learned. Well then. Ready your heart, mortal. Although, I do not believe that it will save you from the power of my magic. Ready or not, behold my power. Love me forever. I cast it well, right? Now you won't leave me, right? Well, if we concur in that regard, and your small mortal heart has been lost to me, I suppose we can move to the next step of my grand plan. You see, I am meant to rule more than anyone. And when I say that, I do mean it. I was born for greatness like no other. As the 13th daughter of the Devil King, ruling everything in the Underdark, the Earth realm, and the heavens above is my birthright. But it was taken away, so you will help me regain what belongs to me. I will turn you, yes, you, into my loyal servant, also known as Viridevil, a kind of lesser devil creature. Nowhere as close, as powerful as a fully fledged devil, and yet able to serve me past your pathetic human lifespan. And then, once that is complete, and I have amassed my army, we will do the things that armies do to take over all the realms. Now, these things, I know very well what they are. I'm a renowned strategist myself. Although, your feeble mortal minds will not be able to understand. So I shall spare you the details. Needless to say, this is me having mercy on you. If I explained to you the depth of my scheme, your small little brains, they would explode. Aren't you grateful for my mercy? Say you're grateful now. And, well, the final goal of anything would be to have me rule. It is a natural law of the universe, and everything will be perfect once it is returned to balance. Well then, and you, my dear human, soon to be Viridevil, have the grand privilege to help me. You will follow my every command. Lay down your life if you must. All to serve me. Now, of course, I will need that in writing. Human minds are uncertain. They change often, and I cannot have any changes to my plan. So, what are you waiting for? Come on, I only need a little bit of your blood. And a signature, as per human customs. Is that hesitation I see on your face? Now, that will not do. I need every last bit of devotion you have inside that human heart of yours. So I believe I will try harder to convince you. Perhaps the spell that I tried before was not powerful enough. But now, I will show you true power. Prepare to get utterly enchanted. And after, you will want nothing more than to serve me. Are you ready? Listen to my song now, alright? You'll find yourself falling.望みたいにかけてあげる手加減はしない好き嫌い好き嫌い最初は誰ほどろ雑なない全てがせるから好き嫌い好き嫌い楽しみましょうのめり込む方が気持ちいい素敵なスリルのストーリーを生きる生きる生きる生きる失うものはたかが知れてる明日をなくしても未来がなくなるってわけじゃない夢を見るには知りすぎた時代さおいでよこの指止まれ愛しきりそれが私のたしなみNow then, did that convince you? If so, which I certainly believe it did, here is your contract. It's an easy transaction. I receive a signature and just a tiny, tiny little drop of your blood. And you receive an eternity by my side, in my servitude, at least until you are no longer of use, but you'll work hard, won't you? Now, terms and condition. You want to see them before. Don't make me laugh. As a true devil, of course I won't let you see them until after you signed. What do you need to see them for anyways, huh? I know what is best for you. So, let's just say that your opinion in this matter does not matter. Oh, I see you've decided to sign. Congratulations. Ah, doesn't it feel wonderful to be in my arms like this? Isn't it lovely to feel my warm embrace? Enjoy it while it lasts, little servant. Of course, this does not come for free. There will be many things that I require of you. But this is one of the many perks that you will enjoy by my side. Ah, look at you enjoying it. So full of bliss. All the better to ruin that later. But you don't mind that, do you? After all, you signed our contract. You did. And, well, let's just say, some of the terms and conditions might be some things you're not the most fond of. But it's alright. I will give you warmth. I will give you hope. In between each bit of suffering. Just to see how many times over I can break you. An eternity of fun awaits you. Well then, let us get to know each other a little closer. Normally, I don't let many people come this close to me. As my servant, you'll be the only exception. I will show you every aspect of this form and the things about this body that your love and devotion and servitude has given me. Isn't that truly exciting? I bet you can't wait. But neither can I. Suffering and love will soon become interchangeable for you. You will become used to receiving both, to the point that you won't be able to tell them apart at all. Will that not be funny to watch? I think it will. Now then, although you should know that disobeying me is something that is not punished lightly. After all, you're my servant now. What reason would you have to disobey me to begin with? I don't see any that there might be. But I'm sure that you will not make such a mistake. Or will you? To some people, even punishment is joy. But I hope that is not the case for you. I like it when they despise suffering, when they're scared of it. Are you surprised? In the past, I was not that cruel, was I? Well, news for you. The me you came to know in the past is not here anymore. All thanks to you. So, I hope that you will not regret it. Life is too short for regrets after all, is it not? And the things that I did and said to you while I was in that strange, unfamiliar form, you better not bring it up again. To a devil, treating others kindly is the greatest humiliation there is. And I will not let you live if you make me suffer such humiliation again. That's right. It's Iolite, and not anything else. Pathetic humans. Well, but I'm sure you understand. as much as a small-minded human can. Yes, Messiah Light. Well, that is what I like to hear. You see, I actually had many other magic tricks prepared for you. This tongue of mine does not obey me sometimes. What is wrong with it? Why does it freeze up and why does it hesitate to say bad and mean things to you? That is strange. I should like to fix that. But, more than anything, being back in my true form, my real self, a sensation that I've not felt for many, many hundreds of years. A human like you would not be able to understand the joy. But I will allow you to celebrate with me. Truly, a day worth celebrating. Although, occasionally, I found that something strange will happen to me. Perhaps a byproduct of still getting used to this body. Or maybe a remnant of the pathetic, sniveling being that they turned me into. And yet, occasionally, water will flow from my eyes like so. I hate it. It's disgusting. It's so abhorrently human, and I am not a human. But this is only temporary. Only until I can regain the rest of my power and leave behind everything that might still be left from Heidi. This too will pass. My eyes feel so weird whenever this happens. I don't like it. Not one bit. But, well, we are acquainted now, are we not? Although, some of the things that you just saw were not things you were intended to see. So, I hope you better forget them. Unless you want me to come into your mind and erase them myself. Good. I didn't think so. Well then. What else is there that you need to know about the new devil that you're serving, huh? How about this? You might be unfamiliar, but this is the Underdark. A place where humans cannot exist peacefully. A place of eternal suffering and chaos. Although because you are my servant, you will survive here, under my protection. Where does the portal lead to? It leads to the human world. into a different room that I should like to redecorate because it has too much pink in it. Purple is much better, don't you agree? But this is a room uniquely created by me and for me. It has all of my favorite things. It has myself. It has magical crystals and a wonderful view of the night sky of the Underdark. Of course, common devils cannot see this. Only those high-ranking enough get to be so close to what we call our sky. And one day, I will be able to reach for the sky above the human world too. And it, and everything beneath it, will be mine. But for now, this is where I feel comfortable. This is where I feel at home. You may make yourself at home too. On the bed. Who told you that you were allowed on my bed? You are a filthy creature, full of dirt from the human world. You will stain my blanket and my mattress cover. I forbid you from getting anywhere close to my bed. Are we understood? And if I find you crawling onto it like a dog in the middle of the night, I will not hesitate to kick you off. Now, of course, if I don't notice, then there's nothing I can do. And so if you're daring enough to try, pray that I will not notice. Now, as I am more powerful, you are more powerful too, by extension. Have a look. Your movement too is much more sophisticated. So elegant. That is something that my past form could not provide you. And now that I've regained my power, I'm able to bestow more of it upon you. How does it feel to be so alive? To be so fluid in your motion? It's exciting, no? Wonderful. Truly. It feels great. Well, that is nice to hear. Except that, of course, I do not care about your human feelings or anything of the sort. So, what you believe does not matter. Human time really is short, is it not? I believe that our time is almost over. Of course, your time of servitude will never end. Do remember that. But I will allow you to get one final look at this new form, at my true form. You'll watch closely, right? A recap of our lesson. This is your place. Underneath my fate. I am a devil, and now you are too. How fortunate you are to not be a pathetic human anymore. And of course, as now my servant, you must remember that my name is Iolite. Iolite Asphodel, Your Majesty, Your Highness, Mistress, whatever you would like. But not Heidi. And, well, this new form is rather enticing indeed. Shall we see what wonderful things I can do with it, Well then, I suppose I can show you one last little thing before it's time to leave.
Here it is. I have to do this. I have to defeat her once and for all.
Oh, would you look at who's come to my domain? What a lovely little thing you are. What is it you seek? Is it power? Wealth? Or are you foolish enough to attempt to defeat me?
Your reign of terror ends here, sorceress!
Very well. I see you've made your choice. It's time to play.
This, you punk!
You'll have to try harder than that. Come on now. I told you. It was a foolish dream to begin with. Until next time, my cute little paladin.